Hello and welcome to episode 11 of my A to Z stitch series. We're on K this week and learning the knit stitch. As always, we're going to spin our spinner and find out what we're making. And it's a scrunchie. For this project, you'll need your yarn, obviously, and two hook sizes. The one your yarn recommends, and then one that's 1.5 millimeters larger. I'm using a 4 millimeter and a 5.5 millimeter. You'll also need scissors, tapestry needle, stitch marker, and your hair tie. If you've been following this series, then you know I've had some major fails with scrunchies. So we're going to change up the technique this time. Instead of making a long tube, we're going to crochet directly onto the hair tie and build it out that way. This is my favorite way to make scrunchies. Instead of single crocheting around the hair tie, which takes forever and doesn't hide it very well, we're going to work puff stitches around it, which I think gives it a really super cute result. So let's get started. Alrighty, so grab your hair tie, your yarn, and your smaller hook. Start by making a slip knot and popping it on your hook. We're going to attach the yarn to our hair tie with a slip stitch. Place the working yarn on top of your hair tie and then insert your hook into the middle of the hair tie, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then pull it through the loop on your hook. Now we're going to make puff stitches all the way around the hair tie. So start by pulling your hook up and lengthening the loop that's on your hook right now. When you're ready, yarn over and insert your hook into the hair tie, yarn over and pull up a loop. Feel free to do a little wiggle with your hook if you need to get them all to the same height, and then repeat that 2 more times. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop to the same height, and then 1 more time. Yarn over, insert your hook, and pull up a loop. Awesome. So you should now have 7 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over 1 more time and then pull through all the loops. And that's our first puff stitch. We're going to slip stitch to this later, so feel free to pop a stitch marker on this to make it easier to find. And now we're just going to continue working puff stitches until the hair tie is completely covered. I'll do a couple more with you and then I'll meet you at the end. But all we're doing is yarning over and pulling up loops 3 times for every puff stitch. Alrighty, once you're close to meeting the first one, then you can slide the puffs away from each other to reveal some more of the hair tie and just keep working puff stitches. You don't have to worry about working a specific multiple. For this project, you can do any number of puff stitches. You just want it to be nice and covered. Once you're happy with yours, then you can slip stitch to the first one. And now we're going to switch hooks and make our first round of single crochets. All we're doing for this round is increasing in every stitch, which means we're working 2 single crochets into every stitch around. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook, and then make 1 more in the same space. Super easy. Continue increasing in every stitch and I'll meet you at the end. Keep in mind that we don't want these single crochets to be super duper tight, so try to keep a bit of a looser tension to make it easier on you for the next round. Alrighty, so I'm back at the beginning now. We're going to be working in a continuous round, which means we're not going to slip stitch to the first. We're just going to work directly into it. Now, normally we'd insert our hook under these 2 loops, but for the knit stitch, we're going to insert our hook right in the middle of this V. It'll be right at the edge of the stitch. So insert your hook into the V and then take a peek at the back side because it should be coming out of a V there as well. And then just yarn over and pull up a loop. Then finish the single crochet as normal, yarn over and pull through both loops, and then place your stitch marker into the first one so that we can keep track of the beginning. I'll keep showing you a few more, but that's all we're doing from here. Just inserting into the V and making single crochets. Alrighty, and like I said before, we're working in a continuous round. So once you're back at the beginning, just remove the stitch marker and continue working knit stitches, but don't forget to place your stitch marker back on the first one. I did 3 rounds of knit stitches and I'm really happy with how this looks. You can do as many or as few rounds as you'd like. Once you're happy with yours, you can slip stitch the first one, chain one, and fasten off. And now all we need to do is weave in our ends. Bring your last end to the back of the work and just weave as normal, going through the nearby stitches until they're nice and hidden. And feel free to trim any excess. And then for our first end, we're just going to weave it through some puff stitches before bringing it up to the single crochets to fully secure it. And again, feel free to trim the excess. And that's it. Let's get straight into thoughts and opinions, starting with easiness. This was a super easy stitch. Once you know where to insert your hook, it is smooth sailing. On my first attempt at this, I had crazy tight tension and was killing my hands trying to insert it into the V, but loose tension and boom, easy peasy. Cuteness, I love this. I don't know if it's wrong of me as a crocheter to prefer the look of knit sometimes, but I'm definitely guilty of that, so I absolutely love this stitch. I'd give this a 7 out of 10 cuteness. And now let's talk project ideas. While researching and learning this stitch, I found out that it tends to look a bit better in the round versus back and forth rows. So those are the kind of projects I would stick to with this stitch. This would be great for baskets, especially beanies, socks, mug cozies. There are a ton of things you can make with it. Anything you'd want to make with a single crochet, you could do with this. I don't know if I've ever seen one, but maybe even an amigurumi. And finally, reuse or retire. I'll definitely reuse this at some point. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty obsessed with the scrunchie and might make a few more soon. But that was it for this week. Thank you so much for watching, whether you've been following along for the whole series or just joined for this one. I appreciate it so much. If you want to help support my channel, then a like and a comment goes a long way, and don't forget to subscribe. I post 2 tutorials every week, one for this stitch series and another fun, easy, random project like pouches, bookmarks, decor, etc. But thank you again so much, and as always, happy crocheting and stay lucky. Bye!